What's popping, my lily pops? Thanks so much for tuning into my channel. Today you're tuned in for episode 10. We're finally at number 10, episode 10 of the all natural lily pop growth series. In today's video, I'm walking you all through something that is not so foreign to the majority of us. If you used to go to the hair salon back in the day, then you know good and well about that good old hot oil treatment. There are still great benefits for applying a hot oil treatment to your hair. There's a more effective way to do it, and you should be very strategic when picking the oils that you want to use to apply that treatment. So my lily pops, let's pop off. I'm just putting boiling hot water into a larger bowl and then taking my actual oil blend that I created in my last video, which is in a smaller bowl, and putting that bowl into the larger bowl with boiling hot water. This allows the oil to heat up indirectly. All right guys, so we're in the shower and we're going to be starting off by shampooing our hair. I'm going to be using the Design Essentials Almond and Avocado line. Okay guys, so I finished washing my hair and the oil is heated up. As you guys know, I put the one bowl, wow, I'm dripping water into it at this point. I put the one bowl into the other bowl that had water. So I'm just going to take this. So we've got our hot oil treatment, or as I like to call it, the hot oil throwback. I'll tell you why in a second. Just a few housekeeping things that I want to get through before we get into application. The first thing, hot oil treatments are something that is applied to the hair because it really helps with stimulating hair growth, especially because you all saw we heated the oil up indirectly. I will also get into why I chose the route of heating up water, putting it in a bowl, then applying the oil in a separate bowl and allowing it to sit in. It is something that helps with promoting blood circulation on the scalp, which ultimately leads to hair growth. It also helps with strengthening and restoring the strands as well, and of course, because it's oil, is going to help with that luster. The thing about my ingredients that I've included in this blend is it's lightweight oils. So that brings me into my next piece. If you like to know exactly what is in this oil blend, please check out the last video that I posted on my channel where I shared the best oil blend for hair growth. I detail out all of the herbs and the oils that I am using, and I also detail the benefits because I'm an information sharer on. Now we're going to get into application. I've sectioned off my hair. Just want to take a small strand here to show you guys the process. I am both applying the oil to my scalp and to the full length of my hair as well. You all will notice that I made sure to properly cleanse my hair with the Design Essentials Almond and Avocado shampoo. That has been a shampoo that I've been trying out for the past, honestly, it's been like 2 months now. You guys just know I have a delay on sharing things on my channel. I made sure to properly cleanse it. The only reason that I'm bringing up the fact that I shampooed my hair, that's not a concept that is that foreign, is because when it comes to hot oil treatments, there is a frequent debate in the natural hair community on whether you need to shampoo your hair beforehand or after applying the hot oil. I'll tell you why I elect to shampoo my hair beforehand. Because when your hair is dirty, you likely have debris on your scalp. I'm not saying you have dermatitis or scalp psoriasis or anything like that, but naturally people get dandruff. Your scalp is not the cleanest. It's coated with different products that you've used to style your hair throughout the week. When you think about that, think about a barrier. So all of those things combined, or one or the other, creates a barrier on your scalp. That means nothing in, nothing out. If I was to just simply dampen my hair with a little spritz of water and then go into putting the hot oil treatment on, the oil literally would just sit on top of all of that debris on both my scalp and my hair strands. Because when you apply hair products, no one's just like, oh, let me just do this on the mid shaft of my hair. You like get it up here, you want to make sure this is slick, you want to make sure ends are defined. Product gets all over your hair and it creates a barrier for different things that you want to do as far as treatments go. So as I'm continuing to apply this to my hair, I'm gonna get into the way that you guys saw me heat up the oil. I know there's a lot of people out there, I'm gonna call it the I don't have time naturals, that is like, why not just heat up that oil blend in a pot or maybe even a saucepan or something on the stove, or honestly just pop it into the microwave. A lot of people would think it's easier that way. I get it, but easy doesn't always mean proper technique. Honestly, a lot of the time, the quick jiffy ways are not going to give you the results you're looking for. Just in case you don't know, a lot of the time when you apply heat to an ingredient, you begin to lose like the full effects and the full properties of that ingredient. I'm not saying that because you cook a herb on the stove, the herb is no longer healthy or something like that, but having it in its raw state is way better. So when creating the oil blend, I kept that in mind, and when heating up the oil blend, I kept that in mind as well. And because I kept these things in mind, that is why I elected to have my oil blend in one bowl, which is the same bowl that I used when I was creating it, and just submerge that into a bowl of boiling hot water, allow the oil to heat up for 15 minutes, and then I'm now applying it to my hair. Another thing that a lot of people do because it's easier for them is to just create the oil blend in an applicator bottle already, and then just get a bowl of boiling hot water and submerge that applicator bottle into the hot water again for the 15 minutes, and then you're just good to go. So you can elect which way you would like to do it. And you know how nowadays like there's like every deep conditioning treatment when you go to a hair salon, specifically a natural hair salon too. That's how it was back in the day for a hot oil treatment. You could not go to a salon without seeing a hot oil treatment offered. But after a while, we started to notice that they were no longer offering the treatment. And so I asked my stylist at the time why, and she said that because they were having a few situations where people were getting scalp burns. I don't want you to click off of this video like, girl, why did you waste all this time to tell me it's gonna give me a scalp burn? The scalp burns that were happening in that salon were by no means a reflection of the actual oil blend itself. This is why I always preach on my channel that products are only a piece of it. The way that you handle your hair is a big factor in determining whether your hair is going to grow and whether it's going to thrive. And ultimately what that salon was doing was applying the oil to their patrons' hair and then letting them sit under a hooded dryer with the heat on high. You guys cook with oil. What happens when you put oil in a pan and it's properly heated up? The oil begins to pop, it begins to sizzle. So ultimately that was happening on people's scalps. And so when it comes to me with the way that I apply my hot oil treatment, I don't opt to use a hooded hair dryer or a handheld hair dryer. I just go for a regular shower cap or a doubling up a plastic bag to allow my hair to heat up more than the oil blend is on itself and by itself, excuse me. And this is why I always preach to you guys, be very careful about the styling tools, or don't be so quick to dismiss a product or a treatment that you're trying out on your hair, because it really could be the way that you're applying it, not the product itself. You get it? Okay. And then also, just in case you're wondering how often you apply a hot oil treatment to your hair, as a rule of thumb, once a month more. But once you're trying something out, if you've never done it before, I always caution people that you need to start in increments, start something gradually. You don't just want to go in guns a-blazing, not knowing what you're completely getting into. Do once a month. If you want to ramp it up after a few months of doing it, then by all means. do what's best for you, okay? As you guys can see, I still have a lot of the blend left, so I'm just going to go in once my hair is put into plaits and make sure to apply it directly to my scalp, because you all will see the next step, which is honestly my favorite part. Scalp massage. I honestly love this stuff. Again, you want to use your finger pads. You want to use your finger pads, not your nails, okay? So I've applied a plastic bag to my hair, and I'm going to be leaving the hot oil treatment on for just 30 minutes. The ultimate max that I leave my hot oil treatments on for are 45 minutes. I know there are some people that like to sleep in their hair treatments. I am not one of those. I don't sleep in not a pre-poo, not a deep conditioner, not a protein, not a hot oil treatment, nada. I'm not sleeping in anything that drags along the process. There's no added benefit to the hair. If anything, you're risking your hair just becoming weakened and things of that nature. There's no added benefit. I will say though that I know that the people that tend to sleep in their hot oil treatments are the ones that are using it as more of a pre-poo as opposed to a treatment the way I do. Those are the individuals that believe that you do not need to wash your hair prior to applying the hot oil treatment. Again, I explained to you guys previously why I do not agree with that. Your scalp needs to be cleansed. Your cuticles need to be open to receive the nutrients from the herbs and the mixed oils that you are applying through the hot oil treatment. So I'm going to let this sit for the 30 minutes, rinse it out. I will be applying a deep conditioner to my hair again. I am not doing a DIY deep conditioner. I'm going to use one of my store-bought ones and then wash that out and allowing my hair to air dry, not going into two-strand twists, flat twists, or anything like that. Overall, my lily pops, I hope that this has been extremely helpful for you. I detail exactly what a hot oil treatment is, the benefits of it, the best processes and methods for application, and ultimately the best techniques to grow your hair. It is about time that I let you guys know that this is the last episode of the All Natural Lily Pop Growth series. We're at episode 10. I never disclosed how many episodes we were going to because I didn't want to put a limit on it, but it's been a great 10 weeks sharing specific growth tips with you guys. That doesn't mean I'm not doing any more growth tip videos. It just means that the All Natural series is done. So, my lily pops, let's pop off.